there! Welcome to my channel. My name is Cassidy. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, especially if you've been a long-time subscriber or somebody who's been following me for a while now. Thank you so much for the support. I just want to shout you out. And if you're new here, welcome! I hope that you guys really enjoy this reading and I hope that it resonates for you. I hope that it's everything you need to hear in this moment, as I always set my intention for these to be messages that you need to hear currently. So today we're going to do the topic, are you on the right path? And I know that this can be a very vague question. And so we did pull a lot. I pulled a lot of oracle cards. I said we, like me and my spiritual team. We pulled together a lot of oracle cards as well to give us some clarifiers. I have 3 tarot cards here that are going to be like the main response to the question. And I also have some stickers, Avatar, The Last Airbender stickers. We've got Toph on pile number 1. Pile number 2, we've got Katara. Pile 3, we've got Aang. And pile 4, we've got Zuko. You can also look at it as earth, water, air, fire, however you want to go ahead and choose. But if you have a hard time picking just from these choices here, you can also look down below. There are music that I shuffle from my very own playlist that is super big. It's a mess, honestly, so I'm sorry for whatever songs you get. Honestly, I do get embarrassed sometimes, especially my show tunes. I actually think we were safe on the show tunes this time. But either way, thank you guys for the support once again. Announcements, guys, I'm still doing personal readings. If you want to get a personal reading with me, something more specific, those are always open. You can always message me, DM me, however you want to reach me, however you can reach me. I will get back to you as soon as possible. As well as, just remember, guys, these are general readings. So I'm reading for a collective, a group. That means that these are not going to be exact or specific all the time. Sometimes you have to just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if it's just really not resonating, it's just completely off base and it feels wrong, go back to the selection, the meditation timestamp, pardon me, the meditation timestamp, and just see if there's a different pile that might be calling out to you more so than the other one. Let's see. Also, guys, I try to keep my channel as gender fluid as possible, but sometimes I do describe things as masculine, feminine. Just please understand I'm not referring to any kind of gender. It's more so the energies. And yeah, thanks for all the support, guys. I'm gonna go into the meditation now and can't wait to see you at your pile. Hello there, pile number 1. You guys picked Toph, the Earthbender, the Blind Bandit, however you would love to refer to the iconic powerhouse that is Toph. Okay, I'm gonna probably get pretty nerdy in this reading just because I did choose Avatar stickers. Probably my mistake, but you guys are getting to know me. And one thing about me, I love Avatar. So if I do bring it up, I do apologize. I'll try my best to tone it down, since I know not everyone who's going to be watching these videos has seen the show or understands the references. So the main question here, am I on the right path? So we do have some oracle cards here. I kind of want to go ahead and just reveal the tarot. Let's go ahead and see what we've got. We do have the 7 of Wands in reverse, okay? We also have the Ace of Wands. I really love that. And last but not least, we have Justice in reverse. Okay. I'm getting some positive energy so far. So we're going to save this. This is going to be like the last message for you guys. I'm going to read this from the book. This is like the Oracle of Animals here. So we also have your commitment is being tested. I did feel that. I did feel that energy here. Like it's testing your ability to see what's fair and what's unfair for you specifically. We also have service. We have a year from now. And we also have don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. So what I'm getting from this pile is I feel like right now you're kind of struggling to be on a constant path. I feel like you're getting there. Okay, so that's the thing. That's really the biggest thing. This is kind of a muddy pile. Okay. If you came to this looking for a direct yes or no, I want to say yes. But the thing is that it's taking longer than might be either necessary, or it's just taking longer than maybe you anticipated as well. Like I feel like something happened here, in your environment, in your life currently, just a situation, maybe even at work, possibly with your family, right? Whichever scenario resonates, something happened that caused you to put your guard up. Okay, with the Seven of Wands, I feel like you might have become either defensive or just very protective of your energy, and I feel like you might have kind of built up a little bit of a wall around you just to kind of feel safer, feel more protected. I feel like you just had this kind of mentality of like, I don't need to explain myself, I don't need to defend myself, so I'm just going to kind of pull back, isolate, build this wall of wands here. But with it being reversed, like I do feel like you're trying to work on bringing that guard back down, because I do feel like you might be feeling isolated now or uninspired. You might be feeling slowed down and blocked, and I feel like it's because you might have entered this energy, just simply as a method of protection, just as like a survival instinct kind of energy, where you wrapped yourself up in a cocoon and you hid in a cave during winter and you're hibernating kind of energy. But being in this energy is not proactive for you. It's kind of becoming a comfort zone. It's becoming I just keep thinking of a sleeping bear in a cave. Okay. Now I'm thinking of the Cave of Two Lovers from Avatar. Yes. Like I just feel like you are kind of trapped in this cave now. Like you are kind of stuck here. So that's why I'm kind of hesitating to say yes or no, because for those of you who are heavily currently in this energy, I want to say no, you're not on the right path, because you're staying in this comfort zone and you're not really making any quick progress or inspired, passionate, energetic progress towards your goals or visions. I feel like it's kind of hard for you to even possibly have a vision at the moment, because you've just been so protected, or just so like isolated, so padded. I'm hearing padded, like you've kind of padded the walls, and at this point no one can get in or out. So it's not really a great energy to be in as of right now. So for those of you who are feeling this stuck isolated, defensive, protective energy as of right now. I want to say no. If you stay in this path, you're only going to feel like you're only going to stay stagnant in a comfort zone. But for those of you who are starting to get your spark for life back, starting to feel more inspired again, I feel like this is going to take you reaching out and taking more of a lead when it comes towards disciplining yourself or inspiring yourself. It's not even about the discipline. It's more about the inspiration, the life energy that fire can bring into our lives that can really spark us awake. So I am getting this energy of like, if you're having trouble getting here to this space, to this, like, I feel like this is a really beautiful path for you to start working on heading towards. Like, you can, I feel like what's happening here is that, okay, with the 7 of Wands, you might have kind of built this up. Like, you feel very safe here. This is something that you made all the way up to the 7. And that's a lot of progress to go from 1 to 7. But I feel like whatever this blockage is, whatever this defense mode, survival, hibernation, that became more of your lifestyle, I feel like the universe is honestly asking you to clear the path again, to start over, to just completely like control, alt, delete this past situation. You know, I'm hearing let go. I'm hearing let go. And you know, I just keep seeing this sand too, in these imageries, and I also see the cactus. And so I'm just more Avatar references. I'm so sorry if you don't know them, but there was this one episode, I can't remember if it's one episode or like 2 or 3, that they're stuck and lost in a desert, and they have no way of travel. And that's honestly kind of the energy I'm getting, is like stuck, trapped. Like literally both of the episodes I'm thinking of here is scenarios where they got trapped. It's like there's nowhere else for this energy to go. It's not proactive. It's not helpful. It's not, all it is keeping you safe in a comfort zone. And honestly, I feel like in order to be of service and to test your own commitment to your own dreams and your own wishes that you have in this lifetime, it's like in order to honor these things, you're gonna have to find a new way, like a new inspiration, something to inspire you. And I am getting with this justice in reverse that honestly, a lot of the inspiration that you may be gaining, or you may be kind of looking into to fuel your ambition, to fuel yourself forward, it's going to be all of the crap that you've gone through. It's basically gonna just be all of the injustice that you have faced up until now. But it's like the universe is basically asking you, instead of hiding and suffering and just kind of, I just heard fuming. Some of you guys might still really be upset and angry about certain situations, but I just feel like the universe, spirit, God, whatever you believe in here, it's just whatever's your driving spiritual force, they're really trying to guide you towards making something out of this pain instead of just sitting in it, instead of being trapped in it, instead of this kind of suffering. So that's why I'm getting like a mixed message of like, I honestly feel like a majority of you are feeling kind of stuck right now, or in your head, and you're having a really hard time feeling creative, feeling inspired, you know, all these like mental blocks to actually accomplishing your goals, your dreams. But there is like a percentage of you here. I don't want to say the numbers. Like I can't think of a solid energy number, but and energetic number. But there is like a good handful of you that is just like, you guys are on the right path. Like if you've been through some shit and you are creating or fueling yourself from all the injustice you faced currently, you're on the right path. You're actually doing something with this. You're making something out of what felt like hell. I just heard hell. Like, kind of feels like hell. Like both of those episodes, it's like literally in one episode they're trapped in a cave. Think of how terrifying that is. Like, you only have a certain amount of torches, so you only have a certain amount of light. There are critters crawling around everywhere. Okay, giant badger moles, which are not that scary if you sing to them. But anyways, the other episode is them stranded in a desert in the heat, just sand for miles and miles. Like, to me, both of those scenarios are so terrifying to legitimately think about experiencing. So I just feel like in order to get yourself out of this hell here, it's gonna take utilizing all the injustice, all the pain, everything that you've experienced in your life that just wasn't freaking fair. It wasn't fair, maybe to you or to the people around you, to your family, to your friends. Whatever injustice this is, it's like, do something with this. Let this injustice become the spark for you. And that is going to truly be a beautiful way for you to become of service to your loved ones, to yourself even. I'm actually seeing with this this imagery, it's almost like your ancestors will be proud of you, literally, if you're utilizing this to create, to move forward, to fuel yourself. They're also going to watch out for you and try to protect you now that you've allowed yourself to push past this comfort zone. I'm also hearing, I feel like you really do fear like your loved ones passing as well. And I feel like you worry that if you get too swept up in like your own dreams, your own goals, it's going to disappoint them. And I'm thinking of Toph again, because she comes from a very like high class family in her city and like very respected, and she's also expected to be this like petite, harmless, blind little girl who can't even do anything for herself. But in reality, she's doing underground fights and can actually feel the vibrations of everything with her feet. So she's actually not as blind as people might assume. But the point of this is basically like she's living this lie, or, you know, she's literally like living this double life just in order to please her family. So I do kind of feel like Spirit's asking you to pull away from like people pleasing and to just truly chase what makes you happy. Toph ends up revealing her true strength to her family and ends up on this incredible life-changing journey that ends up literally changing their world, okay, in that time era. So like she becomes iconic. Like I'm so sorry if I'm spoiling everything for those of you who haven't seen it, but it's been out quite a while, guys. It's been out there. So basically I'm just getting, it's like, I feel like you're obsessing about being of service possibly to like your parents or to your family, your loved ones, and it's like this isn't inspiring you. I'm like, I love, like it might feel very loving and tender and like it might feel like it's the right thing to do, quote unquote the right thing, justice in reverse, but it's almost like in order to kind of chase what you truly desire and the vision that you have for your own life, it's going to take, I feel like, detaching a little bit, because I just feel like this is injustice for you to just constantly maybe be of service to your family, or just to, you know, Like, I'm not saying don't help your family, but I am getting kind of like setting up a little bit more boundaries, because I feel like I just don't want you to go back to hiding. And I feel like if you get too overwhelmed, if you take on too much, if you try to take on all this responsibility, I think it's just going to put you right back into this place of hiding and trying to protect and recharging. And it's like, we want to try to build this energy up in a healthier way, in a way that respects your boundaries, in a way that inspires you. So yeah, they're really, like, the universe here, your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. They're really just trying to test your commitment to yourself and to what you want in this life, and how do you want to honor your dreams, your visions. How do you want to honor yourself after all of this injustice as well? I feel like this injustice has given you more of a negative mindset. And I feel like you're kind of at a point where you are possibly even paranoid. You possibly might just kind of believe every shitty thought you have, and you're not kind of discerning which are reality and which are just like your mind on autopilot, just crapping thoughts out, okay? Yeah, like they're wanting you to discern more of your thoughts and to shut down those negative thoughts that you might be having. Be like, that's not even true. Like, that's not even true, brain. Why are you thinking like that, kind of thing? Like, it's a check yourself before you wreck yourself, for sure. But I do feel like, guys, if you're not at this point of this ace, where it's like the spark is here, you're feeling inspired, you feel like you really want to do something with this pain, with this stagnant energy, you want to shake it up, spark it back up, revive it, bring it back to life here. And for those of you who are still working to get there, I just feel like all of you collectively, a year from now, you will be where you want to be. If you really take hold of the direction your life is going in. I mean, I'm so sorry, guys, but this really is, are you on the right path? Well, it's really up to you. You can either keep hiding or you can come out and shine. So I am going to read the last message here. I'm not sure what it is. I haven't looked at it at all, but it's the Spirit Animal Oracle here. So we're going to go ahead and read from the book. We have Stag Spirit, take the lead. That's exactly what I kept feeling like with this hand that's reaching out, and they have this wand, and they are the leader here. You have to take the lead, guys. So we do have 58, which I believe is breaking into a 4. Yeah, breaking into a 4. Okay, 58. My number 4 is about stability. Routine might be helpful for you, but not for all of you. I'm sorry. It's a random one. Okay, Stag Spirit, take the lead. So it says, others may not be as far along as you are on your journey. When Stag Spirit appears in the protection position, you are called to be compassionate and patient as you find yourself leading the way. When others struggle to follow you, they may be unsure that you can be trusted, challenging you to be kind and strong, challenging your value and questioning your worth. Know that Spirit has put you in this place at this time for a purpose and will not abandon you when you need help with your new responsibilities. Or perhaps you are actually uncomfortable leading, maybe temporarily trapped by your small self and therefore promoting yourself too strongly. afraid that others might see weakness or imperfection in you. Let go of your fears and let Stag Spirit remind you that you have what it takes to lead wisely and ethically if you practice self-honesty and listen to others who wish to support you. Wow. And that's exactly the thing. This one kind of split it up into two groups too, where it's like, you know, it might be that other people are questioning your leadership abilities. They're challenging you to be kind, strong, trustworthy. They're challenging your value, questioning your worth. And it's like you have the support from your team to be all of those things, even if people are questioning it. But then there's also like a good handful of you that are just completely uncomfortable reaching out, taking this wand and leading the way because you've been so trapped in this hibernation. And it's almost like this hibernation is actually kind of a way to I feel like it's like you're just so scared to be judged, or like it just says that others might see weakness or imperfection of you. It's like you got to let go of that fear of being judged. You are good enough, okay? You are good enough to lead. Your ideas are good enough, especially if you're using them from your own heartache, your own experience. People will feel inspired by you at that point. So just keep inspiring yourself, and that is a really beautiful last message. Like, I kind of want to just leave it at that, but part of me also wants to get an angel message, because I just feel like some of you guys that pick this pile are really struggling, like just with your own confidence and how you see yourself. And it's like you are a leader, and look at that, we have self-criticism and we have guilt. So we, your angels ask you to please be more compassionate towards yourself. And both of these cards mention compassion. Find compassion when it comes to others and also to yourself. Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you and make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. You are a wondrous being of light, even if at times you are less than perfect. Remember that God and divine perfection exist in all things. And that's exactly what I was saying earlier. It's like it's time to replace these shitty thoughts. It's time to clear them out. Really reinforce this replacement effort. It's like challenge your thoughts as well. Is this based in reality? Is this based in my own fears? Is this based in my own insecurity? Is this based in my own self-criticism? Am I being way too hard on myself? Ask yourself these things, not in like a more critical way, but like as a way to alleviate this high-strung criticism, like self-criticism that I'm feeling. We also have guilt. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love. Regardless of what you've done or what you think you failed to do, from your soul's perspective, there's neither right nor wrong. Every experience in life is here to help you expand your awareness of love so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. So it's also time to forgive yourself as well. Forgive yourself. Do not carry this guilt into this new chapter here, onto this path with you. Because that's also, I feel like, just coming from hyper self-criticism, because it's almost like you're trying to tell yourself, what I did was wrong, what I did was wrong, and I should feel guilty, and I failed, and it's just coming from that place of you being so hard on yourself. There's beautiful moments where Toph is really struggling with their own security, like physically, just feeling worthy, all of those things. So there's really beautiful moments. And oh my gosh, we have trust. You're looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and blessings interwoven into this event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension and allow Spirit's healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. All right, guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to the ending of the reading. If this did resonate for you and you enjoyed this message, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and you guys can comment down below with like an earth or rock symbol, whichever. Just kind of do it around, based around earth, okay? So I love you guys so much. Thank you once again. Love and light till next time. See you again. Bye-bye. Hi guys, if you picked pile number 2, we've got Katara, water bending. If you guys picked the water pile, welcome to your reading. So we've got all the tarot here, we've got oracle messages, all of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna rip off the band-aid. We're gonna just go ahead and jump right into tarot. So first of all, we've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, all right. We've got the Queen of Wands as well. And we also have the Fool in reverse. Okay, very interesting. Very, very interesting, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let's get the oracle cards as well, because I need some clarification, guys. This is going to be the ending message. I might pull some angel messages as well, because I did for the last group. So first of all, we have adjustments are required. This is feeling kind of similar to pile 1, just because this is such an open-ended question. Like, are you on the right path? It's such a hard question to be like yes or no. So obviously, since we can't do that, you know, it's gonna probably break it into you're almost there kind of energy. Like, you can easily get on your path if you want. So I feel like most of these messages are kind of more so like how to get on the right path versus like, no, you're on the wrong path. Yes, you're on the right path. Like, kind of super cheesy, just unhelpful kind of reading. And sorry guys, I'm just redoing the incense real quick. Adjustments are required. Very interesting. All right, thanks guys for bearing with me here. All right, so we also have shit is going down with your job. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. Oof. Sorry, those are harsh. Those are kind of like insensitive, so I do apologize if you guys dislike those. There's only one. It's only that one. We do have it's up to you, which is very similar to pile 1. Like, it's really all up to you guys. Like, it really just depends on like the way you choose to move, the way you direct your energy in your life. If you're moving it towards the path that you want to be on, then obviously yes, you're on the right path. But I do see here that there are some things that you're currently struggling with still. But look at this, beautiful. We have a miracle, but it's totally, absolutely, I feel like honestly, easily in your hands. I feel like this is a very impulsive pile. I'm just gonna start it off. Let's get into it, guys. We got the Knight of Wands and the Fool. Together, these energies to me feel very reckless, very impulsive. These two energies do not care about tomorrow kind of energy. Like, they are a little bit reckless, a little bit impulsive. So I'm hearing impulsive spending, I'm hearing impulsive texting, or just like, yeah, impulsive messaging. I just heard also cutting hair impulsively, like stuff like that. It's just like kind of making those choices without really thinking about consequences or thinking about the future, how to kind of build and get to where you're trying to go. Because for a lot of you guys here, you guys are very unhappy with your job. You might talk shit with your job, or like complain about it a lot. And honestly, the universe is like, it's up to you. Like, they're literally pointing. This is such a cheesy card. Like, they're literally pointing. They're like, it's literally in your hands. So for a lot of you guys here, it's that you guys are stuck possibly in a job. I feel like you might have some outdated thinking when it comes to career and like what it should look like to make money. Not even career, it's like, yeah, like outdated ways of thinking financially, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Like basically it's like you might just be doing things that you've watched your parents do. You might just be doing things that you see other people doing to survive, instead of like literally just taking it into your own hands. Man, this pile's gonna get me, because I love water, guys. I love Katara. Like I don't know yet, because I usually base it on like numerology and stuff, but for my pile, but obviously I'm gonna go water tribe. Hey, so this is honestly frustrating me too, just to like look at this, because we do have a lot of like the universe has your back kind of energy, but they also need to see you putting in the adjustments that are required. Okay, like how are you expecting to flourish and to shine if there's just too much impulsive energy? Like I think there's so much fire here, especially for a water like water reading. There's so much fire here that it's almost overwhelming. I feel like a lot of you guys need to ground yourself. A lot of you guys need to work on planting that seed, watering it consistently, keeping that eye on it, and waiting for it to blossom and grow slowly, calmly, patiently. I feel like so many of you guys here are literally like, I just heard YOLO. Like I just literally heard YOLO, and I'm just hearing like I could die tomorrow, like I could die today, like I might not make it to tomorrow, why should I care? Like a kind of a little bit of like nihilism going on here, where it's just like you might kind of think that life is a little bit meaningless, and that why should I put in all of this effort? And you know what, with the Fool here, it does make a lot of sense, because the Fool is 0. It's literally 0. So this is the very first card in the deck. So this card to me is honestly very childish. Okay, like, so there is a lot of like immaturity. Pardon me. There's a lot of immaturity here that the universe is wishing that you could kind of focus more on, that you could take responsibility for, accountability for, because if you just keep making these reckless decisions, that's all that's gonna keep manifesting into your life, is like this reckless position to be in. And yes, I do feel like for some of you guys this is exciting. Like, because we got the Knight of Wands here in reverse, so that does tell me that there's this destructive side of you as well that's just very focused on kind of burning it all down. Okay, and also the Knights, okay, I mean, they are more mature than the Page, but the Knights are still growing. They're still not all the way there. They're still, to me, the way I look at Knights is like they're focused, they're on a mission. But when it's in reverse, it's almost like kind of like negatively focused. So to me, this Knight of Wands in reverse is negatively focused on what's hot, okay? Like what's going to bring me instant pleasure? What's going to bring me instant warmth? Okay, what's going to bring me instant like excitement and passion? It's like getting to that passionate, excited point, but it's almost like it took you focusing on the wrong things to get there. I hope that makes sense. Basically, what I'm seeing here is that this is somebody who is ready to level up. This is somebody who's kind of growing tired of possibly how they've always been. Reckless, childish, impulsive, focused on what's hot, not really thinking about what can I do to make my future brighter? What can I do to make my future grounded and pleasurable and everything I'm wanting? It's more so just so focused on like having a good time, and daydreaming. A lot of daydreaming. I'm getting energy as well. You might spend a lot of time just thinking about it, but it's like you never actually pull out the path and trust in the universe that if you make these adjustments, if you make these changes, you could turn it all around. I feel like you don't really trust the universe all the way. I feel like a lot of you guys here might tell yourself you do, and I feel like it's gotten you to a really beautiful point, or like it's like you have a vision of like what your potential here, what your potential could bring, but it's almost like you're too afraid to take that leap. You're too afraid to take that first step. You're just too afraid. So you're holding yourself back here, and it's almost like in order to, instead of like deciding, okay, I'm gonna trust the universe, like they've got me, I'm gonna do what I know I need to be doing. Instead of like doing that, it's like you're just completely like, I'm gonna eat these donuts. Okay, like I'm gonna drink this alcohol, I'm gonna smoke this weed, I'm gonna speed in this lane, I'm gonna basically whatever to get like your adrenaline pumping. That's what I was trying to say earlier, kind of like about getting passion, so I can't even explain it again because it was such a mess. You get what I'm saying. Damn, I'm like, did I just lose it? No, come back. Yes, okay, I'm sorry. Adrenaline, like, yeah, I literally blanked, guys. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Is like, I feel like this isn't helping your ability to like problem solve and think clearly. It's like because you're getting so swept up in like daily things that aren't actually going to benefit you in the future, or they're not actually going to help you build, I feel like, this lifestyle that you're craving, this Queen of Wands lifestyle that you are craving and praying for and wanting to feel this every single day. But it's almost like you're still choosing to focus on the wrong things. You're still choosing to not take that leap of faith. You're not choosing to possibly, reevaluate, change your perspective, or quit your own job, because it's almost like it's just a lot of fear keeping you in this. And that's the same thing as pile one. There was a lot of comfort zone. I feel like the difference though is like your comfort zone's a lot different than their comfort zone. I feel like your comfort zone is more adrenaline pumping and like doing these crazy reckless things, or like just not even completely reckless. Like for some of you guys, it's just kind of mindless. Like you're not being mindful about like the foods you're eating, the things you're consuming on a daily basis, maybe even like how you take care of yourself, like bathing, showering, washing your face, brushing your teeth, things like that. I don't know. Like these really tangible things that you can do on a daily basis that will literally make your life better. It's like instead of doing those things, you're doing like things that won't matter tomorrow, or things that will be harmful for you tomorrow. Like I'm literally hearing different diseases. I'm not gonna say it because my point here is not to scare you guys, but I'm literally hearing different like health problems in my head, and it's just like you have to think about these things. This is a long run. We're playing the long game, not the short game here. Okay, so the universe is for real. They're really asking you to make some adjustments. I feel like a lot of you, this is health-wise. For some of you guys, this is just like who you hang out with too. Like I feel like this isn't completely your personality. This might be your influence, like who you're spending your time with is really influencing you in a negative way. They're not inspiring you. You're not building any trust in these relationships. Basically, it's just like you're having a good time, you're having fun. Okay? Like for some of you guys, like these people are they really are holding you back. But yeah, basically I do want to just hype you up for a minute here, because for those of you who are already at this level, who have gotten past this super impulsive, reckless side of yourself, like I'm also hearing addictive personality, okay? I just keep hearing childish too. I'm so sorry. Like I love you guys. Like literally this might be my pile too. Like I'm like 66% sure right now. I mean, all of these messages are for me as well. Like they all have something for me to like gain a little jewel of wisdom from. So, you know, keep that in mind. But I'm just hearing there's a bit of growing up to do. There's a bit of growing up to do, love. Basically, like, okay, like, let me get back to hyping you up, because I just feel like for those of you who are here, or for those of you who will get here, this energy is so fruitful, so powerful, so confident, so sexy, so creative, so attractive, so warm. Like there's just this warmth and compassion and this zest for life here, and all of it feels so positive. Like this, to get here, I do feel like it's basically going to feel like you're rising. Like, you know, there's so much fire here, I have to make the phoenix analogy. Okay, like it's kind of like asking you to like burn this old you to the ground. Okay, and it's not that this is a bad thing, like this past, or it might be your present, right? But whatever this impulsive, like kind of immature energy is, it's like, don't hold yourself back by just saying this is who you are, this is who you'll always be. Like I am hearing a little bit of insecurity now. I'm hearing like, this is who I'm always supposed to be. Like this is how people know me. Like if I try to be confident and take myself seriously now and grow up, basically, like let yourself grow up. Stop thinking about what other people might think of you. Stop thinking about, oh, this might be boring as well. I'm hearing that. Like for some of you guys, you might think that this whole change is really boring and you don't want to do the whole adulting thing, and I get it. But this is going to be like a phoenix rising moment for you guys. Like this is definitely going to be, damn ma, who is this? No matter the gender, this is like, damn, who the heck is this person? I feel like this is also like when you do look back, and you know, if you make these adjustments and you end up looking back, you're just gonna be like, man, this was a miracle for me to kind of wake up and to start holding myself accountable for the direction my life is going. I feel like a lot of you guys feel out of control, but it's almost like because you're here on this earth kind of energy, like because you're here, this earth is so chaotic. I feel like you guys get overwhelmed and you feel like there's no way to take control. There's no way to ground yourself. And so that's why you continue to just be impulsive and follow more so like adrenaline or like quick fixes. And I just feel like you need to start playing the longer game. You know, you need to start being that parent. Guys, seriously, it might also be helpful to check the messages from your inner child reading, because I am kind of feeling like that energy of like an inner child that's craving stability and craving that parent to step up and take care of them. And I mean, look at this imagery. Like, you don't have to be like a boring parent, you know? Like, you don't have to be a boring parent to yourself. Let yourself still have fun. Let yourself get those wild rushes of adrenaline. But try to find ways to do it in a healthier way, in a less impulsive way, in a more planned out, thoughtful, mindful way. Have fun in a mindful way. All right, so I am going to read the message from the Spirit Animal Oracle here. So I haven't looked at these. We're going to read from the book. Peacock Spirit in reverse, let it shine. Exactly, like, I'm sorry, I feel like this could be such a powerful, beautiful awakening for you, like life-changing, completely life-changing here. But it's almost like you're withholding your own ability to shine, to get to that level, to show off. You might not like to show off. Like, you might not want to like shake your tail feather. And oh my God, now I'm hearing the Katy Perry song that I tried to repress. I wanna see a peacock. Okay, that's it. That's all you're getting. Protection message. Are you afraid of dancing with abandon because of what others might think? Do you think you may be punished if you shine too brightly? Have you been conditioned to expect to be hurt if you show yourself fully to the world? Maybe not everyone will celebrate your beautiful radiance when you shine. That is okay. Peacock Spirit is here to remind you that while others may resist celebrating the beauty within them, although they may contract while you expand and shake your tail feathers, yes, keep smiling and dancing anyway. Model the good fortune and abundant joy that is yours, and soon someone will say, "Me too," and join you. Spirit loves you so much and wants you to enjoy the dance and shine your lights. Exactly. I feel like you're missing out. Like, you're actually missing out in so many ways, because it's like you're not even giving yourself a chance to be this Queen of Wands, to be this peacock, to let these miracles come into your life and sweep you up and bring you to this new level. I feel like you're dying to level up. You're dying to get to this Queen of Wands instead of being in this Knight of Wands in reverse energy. Like, I feel like you're tired of it. But it's almost like at this point you're kind of letting, like, what others might think of me. Like, I'll probably get hurt. I'm just gonna get hurt if I try to go out there and dance and shine and show off. Go show off. The universe is dying to see you show what you got. Okay? Don't be intimidated by those insecure people that just want to make you feel like you're extra, or you're you're a princess or a prince or what, you know, whatever gender neutral royalty you are. Let them. There's always gonna be people that have something to say, but don't let it block out your light. Do not let it. You are meant to shine. Literally, you are meant to shine. We have Queen of Wands and Peacock in one reading. Like, you're meant to show off. You're meant to shine. This is like the most confident animal here and the most confident queen. You're meant to get there. You are. But it's up to you. So we're going to pull a message from the angel oracles. Just see what your angels have to say about all this. Any kind of advice they want to leave you with. We do have breakthrough. How many beautiful heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It's time to break free from these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. Time is so right. It's so right. Look at this, bottom of the deck, action. Drop all fear and just do it. You have the power to create and be whatever you truly want. Look inside your heart and take positive action in those things that bring you closer to achieving your desired goals. Nothing can stop you except your own fears. This card is positive confirmation from Spirit and the angels that the time is right for you to start a new and exciting venture. And that's also the last thing I want to leave off, guys. It's like, just because, you know, you're getting older, you're taking better care of yourself, you're also breaking through the voice of judgment and opinions of others. And I just want you guys to know it can still be fun. And you don't have to really change yourself that much. Like, the core of who you are, it's not changing. We're still with this Wands energy. So it's not asking you to change everything that you are, but it's just like they're wanting you to like add some more practicality into your life. Add some more things to your routine that will make a huge difference on a daily basis. You know, work on building it up, grounding yourself. But it doesn't mean you have to change completely who you are. You can still have fun. You can still be this playful, like youthful kind of person. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm grown up, it's boring, blah. Like, it doesn't have to be that. You can still prod around and show off and be extra. You can still be that. Okay, so that's all I've got for you guys. Thank you. Pile number 2. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. Also comment a water droplet down below or something to do with water down below, ocean, whatever you want to comment down below, just to let me know you picked pile number 2. I'm sending you guys love, light, protection, blessings. Until next time, see ya. Hi there, pile number 3. If you guys picked Aang, I chose this because I thought he was airbending, but I actually think secretly he's waterbending, and I didn't realize it till right now. So there might be messages for you in pile 2. Take it if it resonates. Let's go ahead and jump into this bad boy. So this is going to be like the ending message from the Spirit Animal Oracle, so we'll save that for last. We might even do some angel messages at the end, since I did it for the other piles. But let's go ahead, we're going to open up the tarot, see what we got. Let's reveal. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. I love to see it. We've got 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay, all right. And we also have the Knight of Cups. Okay, cool. I like this so far. We have confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. We also have step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale and spirula taste like ass. Get some yummy shit, bacon, chocolate, beer, get some. We also have Quest. Look at that, with literally 2 paths here. And last but not least, we have Look for a Sign. Okay, so honestly, for those of you who have seen Avatar, like, I just kind of want to mention, because the energies are very strong. I'm just kind of getting this energy. There's an episode in Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's pretty much all the way towards the end of the series, in the 3rd season, where basically Aang is having nightmares. He cannot stop having nightmares, and it's just basically because he's been on this quest, right? He's been on this long quest for 3 seasons now. This is his destiny, pretty much. He knows it. We know it as viewers. Basically, we've watched this whole journey where he's been so confident. He's been so lighthearted and mature. And I mean, not always mature, right? He's also a kid. But he's just been this wise little monk. And I mean, he's not a monk, I'm sorry, he's not there yet, but I mean, he's in that kind of environment. He's raised in this environment, right? So you just see all of his biggest fears kind of coming to a head. Like he's basically gonna fight the master boss, you know, at the end of the series. He's gonna go and fight the boss, and you just see him struggling so much with the idea of, what if he fails? What if he can't do it? What if he does it wrong? What if everybody he loves dies? You know, kind of energy, like so much pressure. So I am getting that pressure, okay? Like I am getting, basically you might be struggling with some nightmares right now. Like you might really be struggling with, like, I just feel like something recently has gone terribly wrong. Okay, or it's like you're manifesting fear into your life by thinking of all these different scenarios of what could go wrong. Okay, so it could just be that, like, you're just, it's just, I feel like for a lot of you it's a situational thing. Like, it's just the way you feel about it with the 9 of Cups. It's like the way you feel about it is just very anxious. You might be struggling with nightmares. You might be in a situation that honestly is not ideal. Was it ideal for a child to have to suffer that amount of pressure? Basically to suffer the pressure of having to save the world? No, it's not ideal. It's probably his worst nightmare, okay? And that's what the 9 of Cups represents in reverse. It's all about your nightmares coming to life, or your, not even your nightmares coming to life, but it's like a nightmare, basically. It's not what you wished for. He never asked for this, you know? He never asked for that kind of thing. And I feel like that is kind of how you do feel. I feel like you do feel pressure, a lot of pressure, and it's all, but to me it's more of a feeling. This is all feeling, like you're just feeling so much pressure. You're feeling like this situation isn't ideal. You're feeling like this is a nightmare. Okay, it might not be completely like based in reality, you know, it might just be fear that's slipping in and making you feel like this is all wrong, this is all wrong, this is all wrong here. But in reality, what I'm also seeing is somebody who's incredibly grounded, okay? And honestly, emotionally intelligent as well. And I think Aang is both of those things, honestly. Like, he's pretty, you know, he did struggle with Earth, obviously. Oh, well, sorry, I say obviously, like we've all seen this show. But I just get a sense of like, for some of you guys, it is really, really hard for you to balance your head and your heart. Like, I feel like sometimes you feel like people always want to kind of tell you the direction to go, what's the right thing to do, what's going to be the smartest, most logical, grounded, stable way of doing things. But I think that you're also so, like, I don't want to say sensitive. Don't take it in a negative way, but it's sensitive. Like, because you're in touch with your emotional side. You're in touch with your ability to be emotionally vulnerable, okay? Because you have such a battle between your head and your heart, I feel like there's this conflict that's being created, and it's kind of like your worst case scenario. And you know what? I'm gonna spoil the show because I cannot stop thinking about this. Really reminds me of basically in that episode, one of the core reasons he's having this nightmare is because he's being constantly told that the most logical, the smartest, most grounded thing to do is to kill the boss. And he's a child being asked to literally commit murder. Mind you, I feel like they've killed so many firebenders along their journey, but you know, that's not really addressed. Okay, kid show. But basically it's like there's a whole part of him that knows that that's probably the smartest thing to do, like the most grounded, most, I guess, quote unquote mature, I guess. Like, I feel like he's pressuring himself, like he's making himself feel like he's letting people down because he doesn't want to be a murderer, because his heart is telling him this isn't the way, this isn't the way, this isn't the way. So in that episode, he's just battling between like, what should I do once I get to that moment? What will I do when I get to that moment? And so pretty much, honestly, I'm trying to remember the solution. I'm pretty sure Katara gives him like a pep talk or just comforts him and just lets him know that, you know, whatever choice he makes, it'll be okay. And I feel like that's kind of what you need to start telling yourself. It's like, I think you're putting so much pressure on like, is what I want valid? Is what I want going to make me happy? Am I letting people down? Am I being too driven by my heart? And like, am I being naive? Like, I'm just getting a lot of self-doubt. But when I immediately pulled these two, like, I just kept thinking like, wow, like this person is incredible. This person is grounded, responsible, calm, grounded, and they're also so full of heart and also ready to give love to other people, ready to share their cup with others. And to me, that's just such a beautiful way to describe Aang as well. Like, you know, he might kind of struggle with these earth qualities, but I do get he is pretty responsible, okay? He is pretty grounded if you know his character. Like, yes, he's silly and childish and playful, but like, he's a child. Okay? Think of older Aang, okay? Think of like older Aang when he grows up in Legend of Korra. Like, that is Papa, okay? That is Knight of Pentacles, right? Let me stop talking about Avatar. We gotta get out of here, but it's just the message, you know? Like, there's a reason I picked these stickers. Like, it all ties together, guys. I can't control this. This is how it happened. But yeah, like, I'm just getting, you might be, basically what I'm seeing, like, this whole reading seems to be coming down to is that you're being forced to make a really big decision. And I feel like it can go two ways. And I feel like you might be kind of obsessing over what will it look like. If I make this choice, what will this look like? If I make this choice, what will this look like? And I really do feel like you need to kind of go within. Maybe not even within, but it's just like start looking around, start asking your guides for a message, for a sign, for some kind of confirmation for you to feel more confident in your decision. And it's like they already want you to feel confident in your decision, but I just feel like you're really the biggest tension that is coming from this pile is that you seem to be putting the pressure on yourself. And yes, like I do want to say it might just be the situation, like it might just be a situation that is really hard. You know, like I said, child being asked to commit murder. That's a hard situation. So that, you know, I'm sorry if I'm saying it as if it's like, it's just your choice, whatever you want. Like you're making yourself pressured. No, I feel like for some of you guys, it might just be the situation is very pressuring. Okay. Like it's a very pressuring situation. And it's just like, you might have a lot of people who like are watching you make this decision as well. Or people that will be affected by this decision. But it's time to like take the wisdom that you've already gained and trust yourself. You are a level-headed person. These two knights here, it literally, basically what it's doing is describing your personality to me. It's describing this open heart, this grounded, stable person. Also, the Knight of Pentacles is incredibly generous, all right? They are not greedy and selfish at all. This Knight of Cups, compassionate, they're sweet, they're emotionally vulnerable, okay? Like this is literally like to me a blueprint of like who you are inside. And to me, this combination is one of the best combinations. This water and earth type of energy, because it shows me that you care, you genuinely care. And so to me, that should be enough confirmation for you that you should trust yourself more. Okay, you really should trust yourself more. And that's why I do see here confidence is your key. You need to believe in yourself. You need to see yourself as this fierce, loyal lion here, because you are. You easily can be. But it's just like, I feel like if it's a situation that's putting you in this position to make a big decision, or it's just that you're overthinking this decision and you're trying to make everybody happy, but you're miserable, like, no, you need to be confident in your decision. Get to that point where you feel confident in that decision. Because you need to just trust that who you are is a good person. Like, I don't know all of you watching this. Maybe some of you guys are terrible people. But from the cards, what I can read on the cards is that you guys are freaking... I would chill with you. I would love to be around this energy. I would love to be around somebody who's open emotionally and is willing to be emotional, who's willing to be responsible when they have to be. That, you know, that's just, to me, it just says so much about your values, your principles, who you are. And if you can't see this, baby, you need to work on your confidence. You need to work on your confidence. Because God knows Aang could not really see himself, I feel like, in that episode. He forgot who he was. He forgot. He let his fears tell himself he was smaller and not as wise as he was. It basically told him this whole quest he's been on, like, it invalidated that experience. that you've grown to become this kind of person, that is a beautiful thing in itself. I'm really sorry for those of you who are really experiencing something that's just a nightmare. It feels like a nightmare, okay? And that's also why I feel like you need to stop worrying about like your diet, okay? Like I feel like some of you guys are really good with routine, okay? Like you take your pills, you eat your vitamins, you take your protein, you know, you do the best you can to take care of yourself, and that's beautiful. That is beautiful that you take care of yourself, but please relieve some of this tension, relieve some of this stress. Go a little bit easier on yourself. You do not need to be this hard on yourself. Honestly, like I'm gonna say it, guys, pile number 3, you are on the right path. I feel like pile number 1 and 2, both of them, there was a lot of, you can easily get to that path, like the right path that you want to be on, but it's gonna take adjustments, you know? And I feel like for you guys, you are on the right path. It's just like you're experiencing some situations that are just unpleasant, and they give you a lot of responsibility, a lot of pressure. And just don't forget that you do have choices. You might be feeling like you don't have a choice. Like you might be feeling like the only choice that you have is like the more stable choice or the more commonly acceptable choice. But the truth is, like, you have so many paths that you could take. Like you have, like you're on the right one here, but it's basically like, don't forget that you have choices. That you can make choices to kind of try to alleviate some of this suffering here. Eat some yummy shit, bacon, chocolate, beer. You know, I'm not saying go overboard. I'm not saying eat chocolate covered bacon and then drink a beer after, you know, I'm not saying do all 3, but it's like you're at the corner store, you're pumping some gas, go inside, buy yourself a candy bar. Why not? You know, you've been having a hard day, or you're dealing with some, like I said, some kind of environment that feels like a nightmare. Maybe this is a job that feels like a nightmare, or maybe this is like I said, some decision that you have to make with versus your head and your heart. It's like, don't forget that you do have options. I feel like that was really long-winded, and I kept reiterating the same thing. So I really hope that made sense and I didn't talk about Aang too much. I love you guys. Please don't judge me, okay? But let's move on. We've got the Spirit Animal Oracle here. So this is going to be, you know, advice. We're going to read it from the book. All right, we have Porcupine Spirit, time for beginner mind. All right, we have 48 here. Break it into a 3. When it's in reversed, I read the protection message. Are you feeling prickly and defensive lately, and assuming you will be hurt before you have seen any sign that such a reaction is called for? Perhaps an old sense of guilt and shame is causing you to be cynical and wary when you're meant to be open and curious. Self-protection is a good thing, but you may be protecting yourself from something that will not actually harm you, but instead will bring you abundance, happiness, and love. Remember your innocence, and you will see what you've been overlooking. Porcupine quills are filled with air. What? Allowing a porcupine to float in water. Now is the time to let your innocent nature keep you buoyant. Isn't that crazy that I was like, I thought it was air, but then it was water, and it literally mentions both of those in the same sentence? Porcupine quills are filled with air, allowing a porcupine to float in water. That is insane. and awesome. But it also, like, to me, it also just shows that I've been talking about a child committing murder, and they're literally asking you to keep your innocence. Like, I'm gonna spoil it because the show has been out forever, guys. Like, seriously, I'm sorry if I spoil it, but he doesn't choose to kill the boss. He chooses his heart, okay? And that's exactly what I keep getting here. I feel like so many of you are like, I have to choose my head. I will be an idiot if I don't choose my head. But the truth is, you can easily choose your heart. You can easily go back to this innocence. You're supposed to be open and curious. You're not meant to be cynical. You're not meant to be cynical, guys. You're not meant to be this tense ball of energy. Like, honestly, to see Aang crack in that episode and to see all of his fears like bubbling up to the surface, it was real. Like, that shit is hard for me to watch. I know it's a cartoon, and I'm emotionally attached to it. But like, to me, that was really hard to watch, especially now that I'm like fully grown too. Like, just to think about a child being put in that position. Oh my God. Like, it literally says, remember your innocence and you will see what you've been overlooking. And I also feel like by innocence, they're also asking a little bit of like looking for a sign, that curious, childlike vision, you know, like when you go out and you're like looking for sticks and rocks and like creatures and moss on the grass, like, you know, on the ground, like using that childlike sense of wonder just to look for different signs from the universe. Start building rules and communication with your spiritual team as well. If you're needing some more confidence in your decision, you know, if you're needing confirmation, get that confirmation, go look for it. So I am going to go ahead and pull a message from your angels just to try to leave it on some advice on a positive note here. All right, we have a prayer. I love it. I feel like this definitely, like, you need to really sit, go within. I'm seeing, you know, Aang meditating in my head. You know, it's time to really tune into that spiritual side of yourself and to listen to what you might have been overlooking. And also looking into places where you might have been very focused on the mental more than the emotional. All right, prayer. Dear guardian angel, help me to be flexible in my attitudes and beliefs. Help me not to fear the transient nature of life. Help me to remember the eternal light which emanates from my soul and the eternal light which emanates from the heart of every living thing. Help me to remember that I am eternally loved and guided by spirit in all creation. I just feel like you need some reinforcement here, like some affirmations. You might need some like positive oracle cards to just really help you out, to give you that sign when you need it, to give you that confirmation when you need it. Bottom of the deck, we have self-criticism. Pile 1 pulled this as well. We, your angels, ask you to please be more compassionate towards yourself. Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you and make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. You are a wondrous being of light, even if at times you think you're less than perfect. Remember that spirit and divine perfection exist in all things. Okay, so I'm actually being called to pull one more, just because I feel like you guys are on the right path. That's the thing. It's just like more about you being more confident in yourself, like seeing that you are this you are divinely perfect, like not in that way, but it's just like from your personality that I can see here, you're a wonderful person. You're a jewel. Okay, but it's too many, I'm not gonna take it. You're a wondrous being of light here. It's like you need to start seeing yourself in a more positive light, really. We have star, yes. Believe in yourself. You are a wonder of creation. Wash away all fear and discover you are a shining star. Allow all around you to just be. Let go of trying to control life, for the light of your soul will guide you always towards love. Remember, stars are born through explosions of love. Love illuminates all things. Never forget you're truly a shining star. Exactly. Exactly. And the Nine of Cups upright, it actually talks about wishes coming true. And with the last message being star, I feel like you need to start wishing on stars as well. You need to make those wishes. You need to start having this vision of like what would be your greatest wish come true, so we can try to flip this scene from this nightmare to this daydream, this real life daydream. Okay, y'all, this is all the time that I have for you guys. Thank you so much if you stayed this long. If you enjoyed this reading, please, please, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel. Also, comment down below with something that relates to air. Okay, you guys can do it however you want. If you want to do like, I'm thinking of that little emoji where she's like blowing the wind out of her mouth, or the smoke, or whatever you want to call it. I think there's an actual wind emoji, so maybe that one. But thanks guys for joining me. I love you guys so much. I'm sending you love, light, protection, blessings. Until next time, I'll see you later. Hi guys, welcome if you picked pile number 4. We've got Zuko. And you might have also just chose him because of fire bending. All right. So we've got all the cards here. I'm going to go ahead and reveal the tarot first. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We've got the King of Wands. Awesome. Beautiful. Oh my god. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. I'm so sorry, but I do have to mention, I do not ship Zutara, okay? I am a big, like, Aang Katara shipper, but the fact that we have the King of Wands in this reading, and in the Katara pile we have the Queen of Wands, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna go ahead and look at the oracles. We do have this is gonna be the last message I'll read from the book here. So first of all, we have expect powerful change. Awesome. Who doesn't love some powerful change? New moon eclipse, right? Aren't we we're experiencing an eclipse. We also have victim. We have gratitude. Oh yes, you guys are actually the special pile. For some reason, 3 of these cards popped out and I just took them all. All of the other piles had 1, but you guys have 3. So we have vanity, we have gratitude, and we have victim. All right. Oof, big oof. I'm like, what do I do with these now? This pile's all different now. We've got stop obsessing. You are not the fucking center of the universe. Oof. Sorry, these are a little bit harsh, guys. These are very, like, honestly, what's the word? Insensitive. And then last but not least, we have no need to worry. Okay. I'm just gonna stick these over here. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. Pile number 4. I feel like you guys are on the right track, okay? But this is crazy, okay? Because the first 2 piles, I feel like it was a mix-up of, like, I really feel like the majority wasn't on the right path, but there was some in that pile that could definitely have already overcame this kind of energy. But with Aang and now with Zuko, the last two piles, I'm getting more of a yes. I'm getting a really strong yes, but it's almost like the circumstances surrounding you, it's like something you can't control, okay? Like in the last reading, we talked about Aang. If for those of you who have seen it real quick, I mostly talked about that one episode where he's having nightmares about beating the Fire Lord. And so it's, you know, it's like that wasn't his choice. Like, it's almost like, yes, Aang's on the right choice, but I mean on the right path, but is it going to be easy? No. And I'm also getting that same energy for you. It's almost like, was Zuko on the right path? He got there, didn't he? Okay, I'm sorry. For those of you who haven't seen it, I'm so sorry. Like, this reading, I've talked so much about Avatar, but it resonates. Like, it works with the scenarios. Like, I literally get imagery from the show in my head, and I'm a very visual and also like hearing, like clairaudient, I guess voyant when I'm doing my readings. So basically, Zuko's path, I feel like, okay, for those of you who believe in when you're born, you choose the family you enter, you choose the life that you want to go in. Like, it's all predestined, right? Like, your soul is like, I want to experience this, so this lifetime I'm gonna do this. So I kind of am getting that energy of, it's almost like with Zuko, it's just like his path was destined to be pretty tough. Like, okay, so less than, okay, like opposite than Aang, right? Like, Aang is this child born into his position unknowingly, but it's like Zuko is on this pressure, has this pressure since the moment he is born, you know? Like, he is immediately put into this pressure of like being high class, being of high status. And that's also what I'm getting with like vanity and like, you're not the center of the universe kind of energy. It's like, honestly, Zuko did have to deal with a lot of battle with his ego. And I do get a sense of like, you guys might struggle with I feel like it's larger than average ego, especially with the King of Wands. Like, let's not kid ourselves here, guys. We got a lot of ego energy going on. But that's not like the whole message though. That's the thing. Because what I was getting, okay, first card out, we have the Four of Pentacles. This to me is all about holding on way too strongly, like tightly, not wanting to let go. So basically, to me, like, I feel like I feel like your path is just going to be hard. It's going to push you to let go. Like, it's going to push you to not try to control everything and not to freak out also when things don't go your way. Like, it's going, like, basically your path is trying to teach you loss and trying to also help you release some of these control issues as well. But that's the thing, it's like that path was meant for you to go on. You were always meant to face your ego. You were always meant to challenge yourself, to step out of everything you've known. Like, I get a lot of you guys, you are completely different from the way, not different, it's not like your personality is different, but it's more like you've learned so much by like going out into the world and like doing your own, like following your own journey. because you followed your own journey, it's like I feel like you're having to unlearn a lot of possibly what you were reinforced as a child, because vanity just let me slow down, okay? I keep wanting to just jump right back into that, but let me just go through the Two of Pentacles first, and then we'll get to that. I also feel like you guys burden yourselves a lot with responsibilities, with deadlines, with just everyday activity. I feel like you're taking on too much to juggle. Like you can't juggle all of this on your own. Okay, maybe you need an assistant or something. Like for some of you, because I feel like with this King coming out, it is telling me that you are a leader. People look up to you, they're inspired by you. People feel that you're a powerhouse, a leader, also creative genius as well here, because the Wands rules creativity, creation. Okay, so like you guys are in this position of power somehow, but it's almost like it's not an accident. Like that's what I'm saying. Like your path, you were always meant to be this person, to be this King of Wands. But it's like what people don't see about your path is just how fucking hard it is. Like basically you've had to work, like you've had to confront your control issues. You've also possibly had to confront like your own greed and your own desire, which also I feel like ties into the ego. It's like our desires come from like I want, like I, ego, like I want it. I need to be seen with this, you know, kind of energy. So it's been a lot of breaking past that need to hold on so tightly to everything. It's also been so overwhelming. I just feel like it's been overwhelming, especially financially. And I also get a sense of like you're somebody who also like really, really, really tries to save their money. Like every little coin you can, you really do try to save, because it's almost like you've experienced a lot of financial instability in your life. But it's like people don't see that. All they see is this King of Wands, and they're like, holy crap, like they can do anything. But what I'm also getting is that you might have even been a victim of some form of abuse. Take it as it resonates. Because as soon as I heard this, I instantly thought of Zuko's father, his abusive father. Even siblings, right? We've got the abusive sister. And I feel like his family was also, like I said, incredibly high class. Like his father is one of the highest statuses you can be in their nation. And I feel like that environment for the father and the daughter especially, all that did, it bred a lot of narcissism. I'm getting some narcissism. Like I'm getting some of you guys might be victims of narcissistic abuse, possibly from parents, siblings, from higher ups, from somebody around you. Maybe it was even a relationship. Okay, I won't rule that out. But just because I'm thinking of Zuko's father specifically and sister, which I do want to mention, I feel like a lot of Azula's narcissism was taught. Okay, it was definitely taught. And I feel like that's kind of like why your journey is different, because a lot of you guys are breaking these generational patterns. It's like, even though you were a victim, even though you've been overwhelmed and you might have not had the best like financial situation, it's like even despite that, it's like you never stopped being yourself. You never stopped being basically a leader, a confident, warm, creative compassionate leader here, even despite this being a victim of some form of abuse. Like, I just want to say, like, I'm not getting like a victim mentality either, where it's like you're like, like maybe some of you guys might kind of struggle with that a little bit, where you feel like you don't know how to stop being a victim, the perpetual victim. But basically what I was getting from Vanity and You're Not the Center of the Universe is like, I feel like for a lot of you guys, especially if it resonated with the narcissistic abuse, is that a lot of you guys were almost taught that it has to look good from the outside. Like, as long as it looks good from the outside kind of energy. And I also just feel like you might have gotten a lot of attention as a child as well. Like, you might have been told you're the best, you're everything, you are, and like, not to say it's not like loving compliments from your parents, but it's almost like it was like too much. Like, it gave some level of entitlement, and I feel like maybe you see it more so in your siblings. But I do kind of get this sense of like, most people that develop like dealing with a narcissistic personality themselves, it's because their parents taught them that way, you know? And so I just feel like you guys, your path is so hard because for some of you guys, you are literally breaking that narcissistic pattern and saying, no, like, I'm not the center of the universe. There are more important things. I don't care about what it looks like. I don't give a you know, about what people think of me. I don't care. As long as I am living true to myself and from the heart, you can't break me. You can't change who I am. This is my path. This is who I'm meant to be. This is really powerful, guys. Like, I'm getting goosebumps right now because I'm just thinking of spoilers, but like, Zuko becomes the Fire Lord. He is one of the greatest leaders of that universe. I mean, okay, that's kind of extra, but like, he becomes basically like the opposite of his father, you know? Like, he becomes everything he was taught to be. He became the opposite. He challenged it. He let go of what he was taught. And it's almost like because he let go, it's like he was no longer this victim to this situation anymore. He became in charge. He became the leader. And I just feel like with this Two of Pentacles, it's just been so much. It's been so overwhelming. It's been a lot. Like, some of you guys need to share some of these burdens. And I feel like you'd be surprised with the amount of support people will give to you if you just ask for help. Hey, Zuko here. Like, go ask for help from the people you trust and you know might be on the path that you want to be on, you know? Like, you see and are inspired by these other people. Go towards them. Ask your loved ones and trusted ones for help. Just look at this. You were always meant to be on this path of powerful change. This is too much, pile 4. This is amazing. Like, you are like my curse breakers, or not curse breakers, my generational curse breakers. And I just also love this. Like, the universe is rooting for you. Like, they're so proud of you. They love to see you in this King of Wands energy, and they know that this is what you're meant for. But it's almost like they're just trying to let you know, like, I just heard I'm sorry. Like, the universe is like, look, I'm sorry. This is not the easiest path, but it's your path. It's what you're like. I love Zuko's journey. He has the best character development in that show, man. Like, hands down. And I love Sokka, okay? But like, hands down, he experiences to me the most powerful change. And you know what? He comes out on fucking top. Is this path easy? No. Will it bring you peace and abundance? And will it just feel like this was destined? Yes. I feel like definitely yes. Okay, guys, so we're gonna jump into, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal this animal oracle here. We've got the whale spirit, trust the great mystery. Zuko had no idea how it would turn out. In the beginning of the freaking series, his motives are completely different by the time we reach the end. He has no idea the change that's to come. Also, guys, you were the only one to pull this oracle upright. So I'm going to read the upright message. It says, whale spirit is an ancient creature who was here at the beginning of time and who has seen everything, felt everything, and heard everything that has ever transpired on this planet. In the hidden realms where all things must gather first before manifesting into form, whale spirit is the keeper, singing the soul of the whole world from the deepest waters of the coldest seas. When whale spirit appears, it's a reminder that there's a great mystery that you must accept without intellectually trying to understand it. Some things cannot be known by the mind, only experienced through the heart, through intuition, and through the peripheral senses that part the invisible veils separating the visible world from the great manifesting consciousness in the hidden realms. That was a mouthful. Rewind it if you have to. It says, now is a time for you to immerse yourself in the great mystery of spirit and to trust that the invisible, what you can't see now, are the seeds of your intentions being tended to by the angels. Okay? And I do feel like, honestly, like, I don't want to spoil anything else, like, if you've never seen the show, because it's just so fantastic. But basically, I do kind of want to mention that there's something about Zuko's family lineage, okay? And I do kind of get that, though that lineage, I do feel like spiritually, you know, like, if I was there, I feel like spiritually Zuko was low-key being watched over by that ancestor. Like, to me, there's no doubt in my freaking mind. Okay, so it's almost like trusting that that's there. Oh my gosh, Zuko, stop, my heart. So this is messages from your angels, from spirit. We're gonna leave it off on what I thought positive. This just hurts my heart because he's literally like an abused child. Like, his inner child was just so abused. It's not even right. Like, physically even. Just moment of silence. Like, inner child. Nurture your inner child and begin to express the awesome beauty you hold within you. We live in a world where a formula exists for everything, yet love and creativity have no formula. They do not need to be studied, simply nurtured. Regularly set aside some time to just play. I love that, especially because we have a mention of, like, stop studying, stop analyzing, stop doing that. Like, stop tearing it apart. Like, just let this love and creativity flow. It has no formula. Let your inner child be reckless and crazy and have fun sometimes. Bottom of the deck, we do have action. Drop all fear and just do it. You have the power to create and be whatever you truly want. Look inside your heart and take positive action in those things that bring you closer to achieving your desired goals. Nothing can stop you except your own fears. This is a positive confirmation from Spirit and the angels that the time is right for you to start a new and exciting venture. Yes. I'm hearing first a lot of you like make new friends as well. Because I just keep hearing, hi, Zuko here, which is basically when he makes some new friends. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Actually, yours is actually a little bit ahead of time than the other pile, so I'm gonna give you one more angel message because I love this show and this reading. Forgiveness. Wow. Holding on to a past hurt is preventing you from moving forward and achieving your heart's desires. Let it go. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone another's actions. It just simply means that you're no longer willing to be a perpetual victim to a particular person or event. Blame is a waste of your precious energy. Bless and surrender the past, for in doing so, you will reclaim the joy of life. I'm so glad I pulled that. That was perfect. Tied it all together. I just want to thank you guys for being here. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you, thank you, thank you, seriously. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a little fire emoji down below to let me know you picked pile 4. Also like, subscribe to the channel. I'm sending you guys so much love, light, protection, and blessings. Thank you guys for being here once again. And until next time, I'll see you later. Peace.